So what was your first call when you got into Sundance?
My fiance. I called her right off the rip. It was a tough one for us because it was like we were still finishing the movie. And it's Love Sundance. They were like, do you guys think you could finish the film? Before I was like, yeah, we could finish the film. I'm like, we're about to have music. Like, it's gonna be great. And I was like, I hung with the phone. I was like, we in there? And I was like, but damn, I gotta finish the film. And so I'm like, calling everybody like, we gotta finish this movie. We don't have no time. And the producer's like, can we finish? And I'm like, yes, we can finish. We got a month to do the rest of the editing, the music. And these guys, they came in through the clutch and last minute for music and stuff for the film. So I called my fiance and we had a moment, you know, just to sit down and just be like, all right, cool, we got in. You know, this was the goal. I was here last year pitching the movie, and to be here this year with this amazing cast and crew is incredible.
Do you get the same sort of high and feeling after like a scene as you do like on stage performing music?
It's a different world. Same, you know, place inside, but it's a different world outside. Performing is like creating a moment, and there's improvisation, and it's just you. But with a film, it's an ensemble cast. We're all, you know, in this divine love kind of relationship, and every single person has to, you know, do his or her part to
So many
make it
different
happen.
moving parts. Do you get nervous like when you're in the theater?
Absolutely.
Like, oh, they were supposed to laugh at that, or
Yeah, I don't watch my films. I actually just sit outside, like if there's a green room.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You don't
No,
watch?
you
You're not
don't.
gonna watch it
tonight?
I'm not gonna watch it tonight. One, I've seen it so many times.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So many times I can't watch it again. And right now I just want to watch the audience, and I want to hear them and see their reaction.
But can I
And-
ask you,
Yeah.
do you, when you watch it so many times, of course there are things that you may have wanted to implement or say, or an edit that you wanted to happen that couldn't happen, or do you get like really self-conscious about it?
Yeah, what's
Like
crazy
picking
is
it apart?
one, you do. One, you're like, man, I had this one moment in here, and there's a scene where that we took out with you that you saw.
Oh,
already.
yeah.
And it was like, man, I think the audience is gonna miss something. You know what I mean? Like, I think they needed that or whatever it is to feel. And I have those moments a lot. And so when we go to that scene, I get this cringe in my stomach, like, I know it's supposed to be here, or there's a shot too long. I'm like that guy. Like, did the audience sit in that emotion long enough? But then there's the best moments for me. Is like when I think something's funny. I do a lot of drama, so when I think something's funny, I'm like, people gonna laugh at this, and they don't, and they don't laugh, and I'm like, no, like I just totally failed. And then there's moments in the film that I thought was so serious, right? That like this is the moment where people they laugh, and then and I learned early on that like comedy's actually like it's from real life experience, it's from pain, it's from something like that, and it shows within films because the moments where I expect people to be like, oh man, that gave me this or that, they start laughing, and I'm like, that's because it's a funny scenario and it's exposed, now that's in light, and we like to laugh at, you like to laugh at things that aren't really necessarily told. So I get that feeling all the time, and especially when you have a film that's really, this is my second film where I'm going towards a really emotional ending, and so I haven't seen it yet with people regular people, see if they're gonna get like emotional. We got a funny story, but we did a song together, Land, and she provided us the lyrics like the day we had a mix, and it's great. It's a great song. You heard it probably in film, and we were listening to the lyrics. Me and JB, the composer, and we gave you notes, and you were like, sit on this for a day, baby. Just sit on this for a day, and let me know what's up. And I was like, I don't have a day, and then we did, and we sat on it, and it's perfect. And then me and JB look at each other like, why do we even have notes? So I want to know, what in the studio made you think this was perfect? What gave you that vibe?
Well, it wasn't so much that it was perfect. It was complicated to write a melody over score and to fit the lyrics in, for the story that you wanted to tell. Yeah. So it was such a difficult time, and I was so proud to have finished it in one day. Yeah. Because it's like a week's worth of work, really, for someone who doesn't read charts. Yeah. So I was like really proud to have done that on my computer.
Yeah,
on GarageBand.
Where were you?
In my bed.
Wow.
Yeah. So I turned it in. I was like, okay, they're gonna really love this. This is how you felt about. They're gonna laugh right here, but then they cried. But it's, you know, when I heard the notes back, you know, I was offended, you know, in the artist kind of way, because, you know, I'm sensitive about my shit. So I just felt like, okay, well, you know what? Instead of going back and doing it all over, because I was so confident about it, because, you know, just living the film and living your vision for a while, I really felt like it was, you know, right. I really hit the mark.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you did give it a chance.
You know
to
something
listen.
funny about that? The first comment I made to her after she got off stage yesterday, I was like, the lyrics from that song were amazing, because she sang, when you hear them live, it just cuts through differently. But it's funny that you weren't feeling, because you weren't, or that you wanted to direct them in a different way. But it's funny because that was literally the what like turned me on the most about that song, was like how beautiful those lyrics were.
You know, either way worked though.
Oh yeah, it worked.
You know, it would work either way.
No, it did.
It was just a matter of choice and kind of the feel that you
Yeah,
wanted
and
to.
we rearranged some stuff, but it was just
Yeah.
it was that moment where we were like, we saw the whole playback. Dope Man was in it. Nas did his song. He did his part of the song, yours, and I watched the whole film again, but this time with the music mix, and I was like, dang. So I was like, it was perfect, and I was like, here I was like giving notes, and it was like, and I was like, dang, how did Erykah know? Like, it was bugging me like, it's just experience one. But I feel
mean,
like
it's
a
just
lot
a
of it.
feel.
I love hearing these stories. I heard in another interview, you were talking about like you're consciously more present today. Does that just come with time?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just kind of practice a little, like any other muscle or something. I think we're conditioned to worry about the future or be embarrassed or concerned about past. But it's like we breathe so much easier when we're just, like, see what my watch says?
No.
That's what time it is. It's
That's all that
now.
matters.
That's
I love
instantly
that.
on point. And so she has this intuition, and she just knows. She knew that was going to be brought up, right? She showed you the watch. She just knows.
Amazing. If you could have a drink with anyone, you can be dead or alive, who would it be?
That's such a good question.
I think I know mine.
Jesus, you're gonna say Jesus.
No, but I talk to him every night. I was
That's a
gonna
very
say,
Stephen Caple answer right there.
Jesus.
Jesus, yeah.
they know me. I don't know
He
what's up.
won't say shit. He says junk. He
Junk.
won't, like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sometimes I slip up. No, honestly, it would probably be, I haven't got the opportunity at all. It would be Tupac. I know it's kind of a cliche answer, but like I had problems with my pops growing up. And in general, we needed like, you know, a male role model. And it's weird to say, but like cats like Tupac were like music that I listened to, like I learned things, you know what I mean? I learned things about life, I learned things about society. And it was just through his music that he touched me. This is why I'm inspired by them. And like I said, the whole aspect of the film. So I would love to talk to him one day, have drinks or whatever it may be, and have him in his sober state of mind and just have him spit out any and everything, what he experienced about the film industry, the rap game, his life growing up, the activist movement. Is so much about him. He had all these different sides, but there's like one core thing, and that was his love for people, no matter what he was talking. And this is just me through music and interviews. I've watched so many interviews, so I feel like I almost did have a drink with Tupac. But I would like to have an actual sit down and ask him a few questions about today, and now, and like what he thinks about it.
Want to have like a little round table with me, Bruce Lee,
Great name.
and Nikola Tesla sitting there. Bruce Lee will here, Tesla's here, and Manson, the mass murderer, Manson. Just to figure out what's like, how they think, what's on your mind, and you know, how are we all alike or how are we all different? And, you know.
I would probably do Salvador Dali because, you know, one, he was a great socialite, and I'm trying to get there, right? Like I'm kind of bad socially, so right. So like, yeah, I mean, he like everyone loved this guy. Every name from around the world, every actor just wanted to be around him, right? But like the paintings that he did, I don't know how he found the time to be such a socialite. But then like, you know, the paintings were so intense that he had to have locked himself in and just spent so many, like hundreds of hours doing these things. And you know, he has such a massive amount of work. I mean, it's just a lot of things that are interesting about that guy. I mean,
Cheers again, guys.
Cheers. On empty
Thank
glass.
you for doing this, and congrats
Yeah.
on the film. So
Thank
exciting.
you. Appreciate it. Great interview. I think it.
Yeah, that was fun.